What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. And Vino, I feel like I could have got to the window yesterday. I'm looking at my notes and I probably had a solid day, but I just didn't feel right. Didn't feel right. So I passed yesterday. But I'm looking at my short list here. Orlando, OKC. I guess the Sixers and the Sixers team total both would have split, but I could have made out with some profit. How'd you do yesterday?
I made out with a little bit of profit because I played the bigger play was Philly team total over, which got there really, really late. Boy, what a lousy third quarter had me nervous. But they got there late with the reserves. And then the second play was the Cleveland team total over 119 and a half. And we got hooked. Cleveland got to 119 on those couple of last second free throws in that game. So was 1-1, but it did make profit because we played the one side bigger for clients yesterday. By the way, NBA real quick here, Ski, and I know you've been on a great roll yourself. For me, 12-3 the last 2 weeks, NBA, probably my best stretch of the entire season. So it's been pretty good.
Nice work, bro. Nice work. I don't know exactly what my stuff is. Things got jumbled up over the weekend. And I'll figure it out probably today. I'll figure it out where I'm at. But this one here, I did put a tweet out related to this. Saturated says beef stew cracks my shit up. Dude came flying off the bench with ice still strapped to his knees, trying to get a piece of Bridges. Would it be too much to ask to just let the guys just give them some gloves, maybe, or a little headgear? I don't know. Like hockey?
That's settling.
Is that too much to ask?
I tell you, Isaiah Stewart just seeks it out. If he sees it, he's gone as soon as he sees it. He wants a piece of somebody. I don't know. But Miles Bridges didn't look like he was exactly expecting Stewart to be that close to him that fast. A little nervous there.
Yeah, and I saw them continuing the drama on Instagram, so I'll keep my eye out for the next time those teams are lining up together. All right, let's get to today's action. We have 4 games on the slate. We will start with Pacers and Knicks. This one opened up minus 11.5. Looks like 12.5. Total open 223.5. As high as 225.5. For the Knicks, Anunoby's questionable. McBride and Mitch Robinson are out. For Indiana, Thompson is questionable. McConnell's questionable. Neesmith, Potter, both questionable. No Zubac. And Toppin remains out as well. So it's going to be the version of the Pacers who, they continue to small ball Pacers is what I'm, small ball Pacers, not having the best rim protection. Maybe Karl Anthony Towns has a big game here tonight. What do you think here, Robino?
Yeah, I think it's tough for Indiana. It's interesting. The Knicks really turned it around. They were in a tailspin, and that win against Boston the other day was pretty decisive. But the Knicks are 9-1 straight up. Last 10, good work out of them. ATS, they've been just as good. So it's hard to go against them right now with Indiana. Another one of those teams that, Rick Carlisle says all the professional things, but Indiana's not that interested in beating anybody. They lose Johnny Furphy the other day, which doesn't help their depth much. I could see the Knicks. They're in a tie for the 2 seed right now with Boston, who they beat the other day. And I could see the Knicks putting forth an effort here to make it quick and easy and maybe get some rest for some players. They won't have Mitchell Robinson here. So your look at Karl Anthony Towns might be really good with no backup center. Towns may get a couple extra minutes here. But if I were going to play here, it would be Knicks or nothing. I do think that the 2 seed means something. And they're, like I say, they're flat-footed tie with Boston right here and just playing too good at this point in time. We know that Knicks at home have been a really nice play for the majority of the seasons. That would be my look here, Knicks minus the points.
Everybody in the chat likes Pacers team total under. They're banking on that Knicks defense. Maybe they don't want to trust the offense. But, my first inclination was to go with the Knicks here. And I don't know. I just didn't ever really get to do it. I don't like potentially missing 3 players, and Anunoby, McBride, and Mitchell Robinson. And the Pacers, you know, I don't think it's such a negative that Zubac's not out there playing tonight, because when you have the player out there for the first night, it could, it's gonna take him time to get used to what's going on over there on a new team. Not they doing the same thing, I don't like to see Neesmith questionable if I like the Pacers or McConnell, but I don't know. With the injury report the way it is right now, I'm starting to change my mind and think that I would want to grab the plus 12 points here, Rob. I don't know. I'll think about this one a little bit longer. Prolific says OG probably rests too. I think so. Brian says Cat rebounds 11.5 in New York, 91 ATS at home. Aren't they lately? I'd have to double check, but Cat rebounds was higher than 11.5, I thought. It's 11.5. I do think that's a good play. All right, next game, Vino. We will go Clippers and Rockets. Opened up 7.5. Still, oh no, I see 8.5 and 8 popping up. Total open 209.5. And I'm seeing as high as 213.5. A red 213.5. Garland will not be available for the Clippers, but everybody else will. Maybe for Houston, everybody's healthy. Fred VanVleet has been out all year, so we're not going to count him. They have everybody else available to play tonight. So this one, I can't help but think the Clippers, they got some people who can score. I mean, I like Mathurin. I've been a fan of Mathurin since what was he? Was he at Arizona? I
He
forget.
was.
Yeah. I keep up with the Pac-12, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Mathurin since he was in college. I like him as a pro. I think he'll score anywhere he's at in the NBA. And you got some other guy. I mean, you got Kawhi. I think that the potential on offense for the Clippers is a lot more than the Rockets. I don't know. But then again, I think it's what do you think here, Rob?
Maybe we could get to over in this game, Ski. Kawhi, what do you have? 41 his last time. Kawhi looked really, really good. But like you say, John Collins, Mathurin, Kawhi, and then you get, for the Houston side, you get a matchup that's probably pretty favorable. Şengün against Brook Lopez. I would think Şengün could have his way. KD. The problem with the Rockets right now is it's there's just no true point guard, right? Amen Thompson at point guard, but I don't know. They have a difficulty there. Otherwise, I think their front line is better. I think the Clippers, we've been calling them walkers and tennis balls all season long, but when you add Mathurin to the lineup, it's no longer walkers and tennis balls. I don't know. I could almost understand this total moving up from 09.5 to 213. I don't know. Again, just general theory. I think I threw it out there yesterday, something that I use every single year at this time when we have 2 games left till All-Star break. I look over first because I think guys' heads are just in other places rather than rounding out the last couple of games. However, these are 2 teams. The Clippers do need wins, Ski. I mean, still, they're not in perfect position where they're sitting as the very last play-in team here. Are 5 games ahead of the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies aren't going to catch them, but I don't think the Clippers' ambition is to be a play-in team here, and especially the last one. So maybe a pretty good effort out of the Clips team total. Let me look real quick while we talk at the Clipper team total.
Yeah.
102.5. You think the Clippers could get to 103? That seems reasonable to me. I don't know.
That does seem pretty reasonable. How much do we trust the Clippers defense tonight, though, at the same time?
Right.
I mean, maybe it is just the over. I mean, the market thinks this one is over. Have they pushed it up too far? I mean, let's look at both of these teams' last 5 games. How about that?
Okay.
The Clippers games are averaging 220.4. I mean, I know we have some new players, but Rockets games are averaging 216.6. I mean, maybe there's still a little bit of wiggle room here, Rob. Why do we exclude the Rocket side? Is the Clippers defense that good that we should exclude the Rocket side?
Now, I think, like I said, I think the Şengün matchup is really favorable for him to have a good night. Durant is always a guy that could have a good night. That front line should be pretty good here, honestly. My only concern was point guard, but I think Houston can score. So The one that sticks out to me the most of all of them is just asking the Clippers to get to 103, even if they lose. I feel like they would lose with 103. Um, so any form of over, I think, is better than trying to pick apart at the side play here. I think either full game over or Clippers team total over.
All right, fair enough. Guys in the chat, mostly liking the Clippers. You got my guy Stacks liking the Clippers. Brian, oh boy, everybody on the Clippers here, Rob. I don't know. I think I'm going to include those Rockets, or maybe have to look at someone on the other side. Let's see if I get another phone call. They didn't call me today, but we'll see. All right, Mavs and Suns opened up 7.5. Looks like 8 or 8.5. Went from 226 to 229.5. And injury report: Thompson questionable for Dallas. It was just his birthday. He's probably hungover. He had what? Megan Thee Stallion got him his favorite group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and he's out there partying and drinking and singing and whatever. He's probably, he's not playing tonight. Even if he does play, he's not playing tonight. For Phoenix, Grayson Allen is out. Cole Anthony's out. Devin Booker is back. Is he on a minutes restriction? That's what I would have to look up. I probably will look that up while you talk. But this seems like another game where you can maybe get some points here. Yeah, I don't necessarily trust. Well, you know what? I could trust Phoenix too, because I feel like for this while Dylan Brooks has been out. I'm sorry, Devin Booker's been out. They've had to, play a lot tougher defense and been playing better defense. I'm gonna check the numbers just to verify, but that's just my feeling. And now they got some better offense, with him coming back, easier offense. That make me think that they can win by this margin. And also Phoenix, just by this number, I don't know. It just seems like it's this number for a reason. So I'll lean Phoenix. I'll lean over. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think even to go deeper into Phoenix with Jalen Green back for a few games now, the bench pace is going to be pretty good. Green plays fast coming off the bench. Dallas plays fast all the time. So I think you get opportunities for sure in this game. Obviously, Booker, far better scorer. Gillespie was fairly decent in his absence, shooting the basketball. When you said easy offense, that's a guy that comes to mind for me when attention's paid to Booker. Gillespie can have open looks, pretty good three-point shooter. So there's a lot of matchups things here fundamentally, including pace, that I think can add up to an over. Bench scoring on the Dallas side, it's not a top-heavy team, right? It's not a team where the starters do all the scoring. It's kind of divided amongst all 9 of these guys who hit the floor. So I would think maybe you could look over here. Dallas's defense has been atrocious, and Phoenix certainly could get to, the 118, 119, 120 mark against this team. I'm thinking over might be a good way to look. At first, my first inclination was just play Phoenix against Dallas here, which I think you could still make a pretty good case for Phoenix at home, as long as there is no minutes restriction on Booker. We'll see. But total also makes a lot of sense to me, up and over 229.
All right. Good stuff on this one. People in the chat liking Brooks, yeah. A lot of those games were without. Yeah, see, that's Daniel says Brooks is over something like 8.5, 10 games with Brook and no Allen. Okay, that's what he's saying. With Brook and no Allen. Okay. I got you. All right. Last game on the slate today, Rob, Spurs and Lakers. Opened up 8. Looks like 8.5, 9. 9's kind of going away right now. Total open 228. Looks like 228. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you. I'll pass this one to you first. What do you think here?
Yeah, 9's going away. Kind of leads me to, will there be any sign of Luka tonight? Why would 9's go away? They're playing back-to-backs. OKC handle. It was interesting. OKC got Jalen Williams back last night. Played pretty well too. 13 trips to the free throw line, 23 points in his first game back. He had been out for a while. But I just wonder about LA. You know, you got LeBron on back to back, et cetera, et cetera. If there's no Luka, why would people be playing the Lakers plus price here? It's kind of the same price range Oklahoma City was in last night. OKC did win by 9 without SGA, but as I mentioned with Jalen Williams, I don't know. When I see the move here, Ski, it just makes me believe. And it's a totally different handicap if Luka comes back. If Luka comes back, I may look toward over in that game. The San Antonio defense has been, with Wemby in there, really good. But man, I don't. The side is tough to figure. The total here, 227.5. Lakers bad defense on back-to-back. I can't get behind that. Gave up 119 last night. Team total for San Antonio here, 118.5. Asking them to do what OKC did last night. I don't know. Any new injury reports on the San Antonio side? I didn't see anything while I was looking here.
No,
So I
only
think for me,
Walters
it's
is
all
out.
based on Luka.
Only Walters is out. Yeah, Luka's still questionable. Reeves is questionable. Oh, Reeves is questionable. I didn't see that earlier. Was Reeves always questionable?
And why bet the Lakers if they're both questionable? Why would it come down?
Why was Reeves was not questionable? Let me click on Reeves here. You know, this game is something that's changed just recently. Did it? I'm sorry to stop the show, but this is a game I was interested in, and I need to know what's up with these guys. You know, I'm not seeing anything here to owe up. I'm not
I
seeing
see
anything.
rest for Reeves.
So they're just saying he might rest. But why would that 8.5 be going away? No.
And I don't think you rest him unless Luka's going to play. Tell you the truth, Ski. I mean, 9 down to 8.5, and you might not have Luka or Austin Reeves, and you're going to bet the Lakers. I don't know.
Well, one, I know Luka wants to play versus the Mavs. They've already made that clear. And you know that just as a competitor or whatever fan, whatever, he wants to play versus the Mavericks. And they play right before the All-Star break. I'm trying to pull up the schedule just to verify. I don't know why I can't get it to load, but I know they do play 'em.
Thursday game. You're right. It's a
Okay,
Thursday
yeah,
game.
they play him on Thursday. So it's a possibility that he comes back here and ramps up for that game. Not just wanting to come back for that one-off game before the All-Star. Also, it's a possibility that Reeves goes out there and plays. I mean, I'm gonna say what I've seen from the Lakers this year. The Lakers, when nobody wants the Lakers, that's when you're supposed to bet them. That's when you're supposed to. And I know nobody wants the Lakers today. It's not a good spot. I mean, everybody's gonna look at the spot and automatically bet the Spurs. 2 days off for them. Lakers just played last night, third game in 4 nights. Lakers didn't have to travel though. And this is what I'll say about the Lakers. What I noticed is they don't like to lose. They don't. They really don't like to lose. When they lose a game and when the spotlight's back on them and everybody's talking about them, that's when they show up. And those are the games that I'm mentioning that nobody wants to bet them after they just lost. They just lost to them last night. They don't want them again. That's the situation tonight. Lakers 14-5, I believe, after a loss. ATS and straight up. Some of those are dogs. I mean, 2 of them are on a back-to-back. I don't know, Rob. I saw 9.5 earlier, so I get all the way up to 9.5. Now it's creeping back down. I think we'll see potentially both Luka and Reeves, but definitely one. I like the Lakers here to keep it close, if not win the game. I think they're live to win the game. Rob, what do you think?
I give you 2 technical trends to support what you're saying with the Lakers. You think it's an advantage for the Spurs, right? They have the rest advantage, except that they're 6-12 against the spread with the rest advantage this year. That's not good.
Mm.
And the Lakers, how about this? The Lakers 7-2 with a rest disadvantage. Makes no sense, but 7-2 rest disadvantage is pretty good, especially when you're in an underdog position. You don't have to win all those games, but all you got to do is come within 8.5. So I'm with you where I think that one of those two is going to play. I don't think both of those guys are staying out. And, with those technical trends right there, Spurs bad with the rest advantage, Lakers good with the disadvantage. Makes no sense, but it's what it's been this year. So that kind of supports your case for Lakers plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Glenn. Shh. I'm just telling y'all because I like that y'all can watch the show. Don't go tell everybody, okay? Don't go tell everybody. I want to keep it just like this. All right. Star Child says.
Especially, don't tell the Westgate. Don't tell the Westgate.
Star Child asks, Ski, would you oppose the Lakers first half? No. I mean, I can understand you want to, when you're on a back to back, you want to just get in and get out. And I feel like they might have been better first half, even. I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking you out of that, but I would prefer Lakers plus 270 money line. That's what I would prefer. Anything else here? Brian must like what he heard there. Titan CT. Yeah, see, the guys like Titan CT. The guys who are here like Titan CT, we want to try to save them. But the guys outside of here, no. Shh. We don't want to tell them anything, all right?
The Titans has the Patriots emblem next to him. He wasn't saved.
All right. That's the show for today. So let's see what we got here. Before we go to best bets, it is $5 Tuesday. So I do have a play up $5 Tuesday. I'm going for win number 10 in a row in college basketball. If you know, you already know. If you don't know, hey, $5 to find out and go for 10 straight wins. Vino, I'm sure you have something up there for $5 Tuesday as well. And yeah, outside of that, I'm just going to pass it to you, Vino. Ask you if there's anything else you'd like to promote. And if you have a best bet for the show, we'd love to hear it. If you don't, it's all good.
Yeah, $5 Tuesday is up and available. It's college basketball. Ski, you're going for 10 in a row. Last 5 days, college hoop is 11-1. So that's a combined 21-1 here we're talking about. All my action today, guys, was college hoop. I just don't have an NBA play, and we hate to leave you high and dry here without anything for a best bet, but I just didn't take anything on the NBA board. Tomorrow we're going to have like 14 games to choose from. I'm sure we'll have something. But for me tonight, it was the $5 Tuesday play from college, along with there were 3 other college plays that are up there for this evening. So check it out, wagertalk.com.
Good stuff from Rob. For myself, yeah, I just, things have been going well. Like I said, I'll catch up on my records. I know the last 30 days have been pretty good. Rob and I were both like identical records for, what was that, like a week ago or a few days ago? So I know things have been going well. Can't tell you exactly, but I'll have it for you guys tomorrow. As far as best bets for the show, like I told you guys, please just if for the guys here, we want to save them. But for everybody else outside of here, we just want to let them be, let them live their truth that they got for the night. Best bet for the show is Lakers plus 9. I told you that's what the Lakers do. They lose. They don't like to lose. They show up when the spotlight's on them, when nobody wants them. This is one of those spots. You hear LeBron. What did he say? He was like, "Yeah, OKC is a championship team. They do this and this and that. We're not a championship team." Whenever they start talking like that in the interview, the next game they show up and smoke the other opponent. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers win tonight. 14-5 after a loss. Maybe a little sprinkle on that money line. Lakers plus 9 is the best bet for the show. Vino, always appreciate you taking the time to cap these games with me. Helps my process, and I'm sure you help everybody else out there as well. People in the chat, yeah, always want to let you know you appreciate it. You help make the show what it is, and we all help each other get to the window. So best of luck, everybody, on all your action. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow.